D.
And it's Sienna.
All right, what is your pre-game ritual? Pre-game ritual doesn't have to be an actual game. Just something in life that you have a little ritual. You're superstitious to where you're tackling the day. You're tackling a speech at work. You even rec league like JD claims that he's a star in. What is it?
I am.
Pickleball? What is it?
Everything that I sign up for.
Yeah.
Softball, basketball, volleyball.
Yeah, listen, today is opening day for the D-backs. Sienna is nervy. She's real nervous. It's your first time hosting opening day. It's a big deal.
Yeah, so I host alongside Vanessa Ramirez and Mike Bauer, and normally they take over opening day. It's them two. I haven't been asked to host one yet, so this is my very first opening day as a host. So I feel a lot of pressure on my shoulders right now.
Now, we're talking about the pregame ritual because you said you have a pregame ritual you do for the show every time you do radio. And then me and JD said we have one as well. I don't think we shared it with each other. I said, yeah, wait for the break to talk about this. You do what before doing radio, before you come to the show?
Yeah, so I'm a little OCD. I self-diagnose myself. I know I have it pretty much, so I have to do 3 things. And for me, it's when we have like these big events. So the one that was most recent was the Arizona Super Show that you hosted, and then you brought me on stage with you. Mm-hmm. So I was completely nervous for that because I didn't know what to expect. There was, how many people? Like 15,000 people in there.
Yeah.
So my ritual is, I think I shared this on the show before. When I'm getting ready, I listen to Selena Quintanilla's 8-minute disco medley because it makes me feel like a powerful woman.
On the radio.
Yes.
That's all.
Yeah. And then on my way to wherever I'm going, I listen to Drake Headlines. That is my ultimate hype up song.
Really?
Yes. I rap that first verse and it just gets me so freaking hype.
Do you say every word in that first verse?
I do not. I bleep myself. I bleep myself. Well, it's pretty clean besides a couple cuss words here and there.
You know it by memory?
Yeah, I do.
Really? Okay.
I should.
Let's test you out.
Okay. Oh gosh, I'm nervous.
Don't give Drake another L.
I'll try to do you justice, Drake. I might be too strung out on compliments, overdosed on compliments, starting not to give up and stop fearing a gun. Oh, dang it, I need Drake.
Drake, you're still catching L's.
I honestly thought the music was going to be in the background, like him singing, because I sing along with him. I don't do instrumental.
So you always do Drake. Listen, Selena, what's the third?
So the third one is kind of weird. It's a new addition. It's from the show Ted Lasso. And there's this scene where one of the characters comes in and he's nervous about something. And the woman who owns the soccer team, the football team, she says, when I'm nervous, I just make myself big. And they're like, what do you mean? And she's like, I go somewhere private, I look in the mirror, and I just like go on my tippy toes, I take a deep breath, and then I make myself big in the mirror. And you make like a funny face. And she's like, I do that to make myself feel my own power. So she's like, whenever I go into meetings with these big suits and all men, I go in the mirror and I just like take a deep breath, arms in the air on the tiptoes, and you just like
you do this every morning before the show?
Yes, I get hyped because that's what makes me feel my power and feel good.
Where do you feel big at? You go to the bathroom?
Yeah, like you go in the bathroom and you look in the mirror and you just like take a deep breath and you like feel all the energy.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Your husband, Ivan, he's sleeping during this time? Because I know you don't let out a noise, right?
It's like a
silent scream?
like a silent scream. I'll show you guys the scene. I'm trying to explain it.
I don't need the scene. I want to see you do it.
Yeah, I want to see you do it. No, I know what you're talking about, what scene that is.
So that's your pregame ritual every time you do the show here?
Yes.
And you don't have a pregame ritual for the actual game in baseball?
No, not for D-backs.
No, really?
And I feel like there's a lot of pressure there because everyone is looking at you, whereas in radio I feel like I can hide behind the mic a little bit, unless when we're doing like Arizona Super Show or something like that, and I'm incredibly nervous.
We want to take some calls from you and yours, and me and JD will share ours up next. Want to take some calls from you. What's your pregame ritual at work, in life in general? Helps you out. She's real nervous about today. I said we take some calls. Why don't we call one of the vets of it? Why don't we call like your big sis, Vanessa Ramirez, who's, how many years and seasons have she done D-backs?
This will be her 19th season.
19th?
19.
Sheesh. All right, let's call her. Maybe she has a pregame ritual. And y'all know Vanessa. She's literally on TV. She's done radio. Now she does D-backs, and she's a mentor of yours.
Yeah, I definitely have been learning from her for the past. This will be my 3rd season, so I've been alongside her for 3 years now.
What if we called her? It's funny if she said, "Oh my God, I got the same ritual. I think big too," and she does the same thing as you. That'd be wild.
That would be crazy.
All right, we're gonna take some of your calls. What's your pregame ritual? Call Vanessa and give some encouragement. Plus, we do have season kicks off today. We have tickets for you coming up in a few minutes. Hang out. Morning Message, Joey boy.
What up, it's JD.
And it's Sienna.
Speaking of pregame rituals in life. If you ever have a big meeting, a big speech, you're just going to work. Do you have a pregame ritual before you tackle the day? We're discussing ours, and Sienna is trying to get her pregame ritual because you are hosting tonight. Pregame ritual. You don't have one for the D-backs opener.
Yeah, I have one for radio, but I don't have one for D-backs, which is weird because I've hosted World Series, I've hosted playoff games, but yeah, nothing for opening day.
Yeah, it's a big one. You're going to be hosting with Vanessa Ramirez and Bauer today. So we're talking about, it's crazy how you don't have a pregame ritual for hosting D-backs game, but you have one for radio.
Yeah, so I actually have 3. Just to go down the list real quick, I listened to Selena Quintanilla's Disco Medley when she performed at the Houston Astrodome. And then I listened to Headlines by Drake on the way to work. And then I make myself big. I go in the mirror, I take a big deep breath, go on my tippy toes, raise my arms, and growl in the mirror.
That's
to feel
crazy.
my
You
power.
do that every weekday morning. That's wild, man. That's
I know.
a lot.
Now that visual is going to be with me every time when you walk in the room.
JD, do you have a pregame ritual?
I do. I will do the, when I'm DJing. So mine is a little bit more on the anxious side. Well, first and foremost, I do pray as well. I pray for the health and safety of everyone in the room, right?
Uh-huh.
And then I take 3 deep breaths and I find out where the exits are. I always know where the exits are, and on top of that, I always have an exit strategy. Every time I DJ, I'm like, that's how I would exit.
Yeah.
I know that sounds really, really weird.
No, it does. It's not weird to me because I do the same specifically as a father. No matter if I go to a movie theater, any place, I look for where the emergency exits are as well.
Okay, I was a little nervous because there was this spot when I was in Boston that I DJ'd at for a long period of time, and I DJ'd upstairs, and I knew exactly what street pole I was going to ricochet off of. I was going to land on this part of the tarp, and then I was going to land on my feet. So I take 3 deep breaths, and then whenever I go up, I go, okay, where am I going?
if anything pops up.
Yeah.
When I play Nuck If You Buck, and it goes a little haywire.
When I play JoJo, get out, leave right now. Yeah.
So we asked you, as we're trying to prepare Sienna for today's hosting of opening season for the D-backs, what's your pregame ritual? 833-730-6377. 6377. Raquel Phoenix, what's yours?
So I usually say a prayer.
You say a prayer. Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get up in the morning, I open my eyes, to tackle the day, I go, let's get it. That's to hype me up. And when I'm driving to work, I say a prayer. So I do the same thing.
Yeah, I also like the other comment where he said that he says a prayer before and after. I usually do that too. Even if I'm having a bad day or things aren't going my way, then I still always say a prayer, because I always believe there's a reason for it.
Yeah.
He's blocking something else from happening for a reason, even though it didn't go our way. So I know that Sienna's having anxiety, but I think that would really help her. If she says a little affirmation and a prayer right before she does her thing, and just tell her you got this, you're gonna do great.
I like that.
I like that. Is it the same prayer or affirmation every time you do it, or is it something different every time?
No, it's something different every time. Because I had a procedure a couple weeks ago, and I was terrified. So I kind of just said a quick prayer where I was.
Did you get rid of the baby?
Oh, Joey.
No, definitely not that. No.
I thought you yeeted that baby. She got knocked out. She yeeted that baby. Yeet. Thank you, Lord. I didn't want to be a mom.
I'm taking my yeet back.
So, I like the whole praying after because I need to start doing that. I pray before we have a good show, that everyone gets to work safely. I pray for, my kids, my parents and stuff. But I like the whole praying after, thank you, God, not having me get fired today. Or, I made it back home. I like
There
that.
you go.
It's regardless of the outcome, which is what I like about it.
Yeah, I like
it's
that.
almost hey, whether it was good or bad, just thank you for whatever.
Yes.
I would say because I feel sometimes when you pray, it's always because you need something
Right.
in that moment. So to pray after for the
Give
gratitude,
thanks, yes.
I like that.
Exactly.
Amen to that.
You got this, Sienna. You're going to do great.
Thanks, Boo. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. It was good talking to you guys. Have a good day.
Don't tell us what to do.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
We'll still take some more calls. 833
730.
6377. What's your pregame ritual in life? You know what? Let's. Did you get a hold of Vanessa Ramirez?
Yeah, I got a hold of her.
Let's call her up next. If you don't know Vanessa, she's been hosting the D-backs games for 18, 19 years. So if you've gone to a game, you've definitely seen her on the big screen hosting. She's also on NBC. She does Suvila. She does a lot of things. A mentor of Sienna. And let's find out if she has any pregame rituals. Let's play the game. JD, what do you think Vanessa Ramirez's pregame ritual would be hosting D-backs?
She definitely has to do vocal warm-ups like me, 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 me.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Just like that?
Yes.
Okay.
I see her before games and I don't really pay attention. So I'm going to say she has to put in a certain pair of hoop earrings.
Certain hoop
Yes,
earrings.
because I know she wears hoop earrings, but maybe there's her lucky pair that she wears.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. I think she's originally from Maryvale, so I think she looks in the mirror, throws a West Side, says a prayer, and then hosts the game.
Yes.
Okay.
That's absolutely what she does.
Talking to Vanessa Ramirez from the D-backs up next to give Sienna some encouragement as she hosts opening day for the D-backs. Hold on, y'all. It's your guy Joey Boy.
What up, is JD?
And it's Sienna.
Sienna is hosting today's home opener against the Cubbies. She's a little nervous, so she's going to call her friend / a mentor for the D-backs, Vanessa Ramirez.
Yep.
Get some advice to see if she has a pregame ritual that can help you out with your nerves.
Hello.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Morning Mess from NBC, from Suvila, from D-backs, Vanessa Ramirez. Van Ram. She's like the Phoenix's very own Jennifer Lopez. You're like a triple threat, Vanessa.
Oh, I love that. Call me that all day.
All right. Listen, Van Ram. So Sienna is a little nervous about today's home opener. She's never done it. She's going to be with you and Bauer. So the big question for her, Sienna, is...
Yeah, do you have any pre-game rituals that you do? I know you and Mike Bauer have been doing this will be your 19th season, so congrats. But you guys have been doing this for a while. Is there anything you have to do before we or you go out there to do the host welcome and just host the entire game, especially on big days like opening?
Okay, so we all know that like baseball is all about superstitions and rituals. However, I don't really have anything major that I do. But you know, from our 2 years of working together hosting, the things that I do before a game is like pacing back and forth on the field, practicing my lines. I check my mic like 50 times to make sure that it's on. And then I make sure that I stand on the correct side, which is my good side. So those are things that I always do before a game. And now when it comes to the home opener, I mean, you're just so excited. There's so much energy. The ballpark is full. Everybody's happy. So you're just going off of adrenaline on opening day because it's such an exciting day.
It's ironic because I have hosted a World Series before an opening day. But what would you say is like a little different about actually hosting an opening day game versus a playoff game?
Well, the difference with opening day is that baseball is back and everybody's excited. Everybody is ready for the season. Everybody is looking forward to an amazing season. So all eyes are on you, right, for this kickoff.
No pressure.
I think you just made her more nervous. All eyes are on you. Don't mess it up.
Well, at least I have her and Bauer to rely on.
Yeah. You said you have to have your good side. What is your good side?
So I'm always on the left side of Mike, usually when we host.
Okay. Is that something you do too, Sienna? Do you have a good side?
I mean, I have a good side, but when I do my hair, it's parted down the middle. So I don't really need to go on one side or the other. So when I host with Vanessa, she goes on her side and I'm just like, yeah, you're good because the way my hair's done. Yeah, I know this is like really specific, but it doesn't matter.
Crazy.
This
and
is.
Vanessa, you didn't help. You literally said, I pace back and forth. I check my mic 50 times. All like nervous ticks.
Yeah.
You don't have any superstition, right sock before the left sock, nothing like that?
No, you know, after 19 seasons, you just go with it, and we just have fun. So either way, we know that we have each other's back. If I were happen to flub, Mike will pick me up, or if he happens to flub, I pick him up. And the same thing, we'll add just Sienna to the mix. Not to mention, Sienna, it's going to be three of us doing the intro, so you're not going to have as much to say because there's three of us breaking it down.
Oh, that threesome is different than this threesome because when someone flubs on this one, we make fun of them. We're like, wow, way to mess that up, JD.
I'm learning from both of them, and I try to be like the perfect balance of in between because Vanessa's very prepped, and I'm that way. I'm like, okay, this is what I'm going to say. Meanwhile, Mike is just bopping around, running around, and I'm like, hey, what are we going to talk about? He's like, I'll do this, you do that. Okay, cool. And then 5 seconds until we have to go on. And I'm like, all right, we're just going to improv this. Whereas when me and Vanessa work together, we plan it out and we have everything ready.
It's kind of like us then, because I don't really prep either. I just kind of
Yeah.
go with the flow. So I'm kind of like Bauer then.
Yeah, so I try to find the middle ground to where I'm
Right.
like, okay, I don't need to be line by line, have fun with it, but also like I need to know what I'm gonna try to say.
Yeah,
That
when I
makes
caught
sense.
Vanessa kind of zoning out, like she was getting that mode, you could hear the Rocky music in the background, dun, 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 dun. She was like focused in. And I think Mike was in the back doing the Macarena. And I was like, what the hell what is Mike doing back there?
That's exactly the perfect like visual for it.
We got to do something. You got to make something up, Sienna. You got to make something up. You have to have
You
like
do.
a bite of a churro dog. You got to, don't do
Yeah.
that.
Because it's going to be your thing, right? It'll be your
Yeah.
thing. You got to start a ritual.
Is it like rub my hand in the dirt or something?
Oh, I like
Or,
that.
Like
kinda
LeBron,
gladiator?
you know how like
Yeah.
LeBron does the chalk in the air? Dude, why don't you get like the dirt, throw it in the air? Like,
I don't know if I want to throw dirt in the air because then it'll land on me and I'll be dirty. But maybe
throw it at Mike Bauer. He'll love it.
just take it. But yeah, maybe it's
Okay.
like drawing a little cross or like a little S in the dirt.
Yeah.
They'll just go over it, but
Just get a little pinky in the dirt and just do a little cross sign with a
Yeah.
little pinky. Get a little stinky pinky. Go right there.
Yeah.
And then you're ready to rock.
yeah, that might be